Hi everyone, it's Leanne. Today we'll be going over the Mealtime Overview, which is an annual training that's required from the CACFP. At Early Learning Company, we believe that nourishing children is just as important as educating them. Guided by our values, we provide balanced, wholesome meals that support each child's growth, learning, and well-being. We proudly participate in the Child and Adult Care Food Program to ensure all meals meet the highest nutritional and safety standards. Mealtimes are joyful, community-centered moments where children explore new foods, build healthy habits, and feel cared for in every bite. Throughout the training, we'll go over goals of CACFP and this training. We'll talk about the overview of mealtimes, meal pattern requirements, mealtime reminders, meal attendance using ProCare, and special dietary needs. By the end of the training, you should feel comfortable to give correct portion sizes based on age, understand how to properly complete meal attendance each day, be able to execute daily meal times within the classroom while following CACFP guidelines and licensing regulations, and you should understand mealtime expectations while working inside of the classroom. All meals are prepared inside of the kitchen. In the morning for breakfast, team members will need to go to the kitchen, grab the breakfast that was set out, bring it back to the classroom, and serve the children. At that time, when the children are sitting down to eat, is when meal attendance should be taken. For lunch, food service will prepare all of the food inside of the kitchen. That food will be brought to the classrooms in bowls with serving utensils, or it will be brought individually plated depending on the center and classroom. Plates, cups, silverware, and anything else that's needed will be brought to the classroom. Children will use proper measuring cups to place the food onto their plate if it is not already plated. And then meal attendance should be taken at the time that the children are eating. For snack, meal service will prepare the snack. Food will be brought to the classroom. Team members will be giving the children the snack at the table while sitting with them, and meal attendance should be taken while the children are eating. Children should be washing their hands before and after meal times. If you're in an infant or a toddler classroom, it's important to make sure that the food is at the appropriate size to avoid choking. In an infant classroom, the food should be cut to a 1/4 inch or less, and in a toddler classroom, it should be cut to a 1/2 inch or less. During meal times, team members should be sitting with the children at the tables to encourage healthy eating habits, table manners, and to build relationships with the children. This is a great opportunity to have open conversations about the day, things that they're excited about, and to encourage them to eat the foods that they may not necessarily care for. Once the meal times are done, children should be given a washcloth or a paper towel to clean their face. If they are not old enough to do that, the team members should be assisting the children with that task. The CACFP outlines what components are required for each meal. For breakfast, the meal should include milk, a fruit or a vegetable, and a grain. The amount that's given to each child depends on their age. This document can be found inside of each kitchen and inside classrooms. For lunch, it's required that the meal contains milk, meat or another protein, vegetable, a fruit, and a grain. For snacks, it's required that the meal contains 2 of the 5 components. You'll see that reflected on all of our menus for AM and PM snacks. Meal attendance is completed using the classroom iPad on ProCare. In order to put this in, open up ProCare on the iPad. Next, select Activity at the bottom. Then you'll select the meal icon. Then you'll select which children ate the meal. If you have a child with specific food allergies, you may want to consider doing theirs separate. Next, you'll select the meal type. You can choose breakfast, AM snack, lunch, PM snack, or late snack, depending on the time. Under quantity, you can choose all, most, some, or none, depending on how much the child ate. Next, you would put the meal inside of the description. For example, you would do WG chicken nuggets for whole grain chicken nuggets, green beans, fresh clementines, and milk. Once you have that typed out, you can hit Add Activity. Meal attendance needs to be completed at point of service. This means that it needs to be completed when the child is sitting down eating the meal. Advice would be to enter in the information slowly to make sure that there are no duplicates. Hitting the Add Activity button one time will allow that to go onto each child's profile. Under the CACFP, we must provide accommodations for children with special dietary needs. This can include things like a milk or dairy allergy, gluten allergy, an allergy to peanuts, or a religious request. For allergies, team members should familiarize yourself with allergies inside of the classroom. The allergy lists are posted inside of the classroom as well as in the kitchen. The meal service team supplies substitute food for children with allergies. Team members should communicate regularly with families regarding allergies and discuss any changes with the center meal service team. If a child has a milk sensitivity, Early Learning Company provides lactose-free milk, soy milk, and pea milk. If a child requires any other kind of milk, like almond milk or oat milk, we would need a document signed by the child's pediatrician. Picky eating is not classified under special dietary needs. All children are offered the food on the menu. We do not make specific food for children with selective eating, but team members should encourage children to try new foods. If a team member is noticing that a child is not eating the foods that are provided, they should communicate with families. Parents are welcome to pack a lunch for their child if they choose. After this training, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Chris or myself with meal service related questions. I can be contacted at my email, leanne@earlylearningcompany.com, or you can email Chris Schaub at chris.schaub@earlylearningcompany.com. As this training wraps up, I just want to thank each of you for the care and intention you bring to the table. At Early Learning Company, nutrition isn't just a requirement that we follow. It's part of our commitment to giving children the strongest start possible. Every meal we serve supports growth, learning, emotional regulation, and lifelong healthy habits. Your consistency, attention to detail, and positive modeling during mealtimes truly matters. Thank you for taking this responsibility seriously and for continuing to uphold the high standards that reflect our dedication to quality care. Together, we're not just feeding children, we're fueling their futures.